Now, when it comes to Super Smash Bros., a lot of people are hyped for new characters. And as we all know, some new characters have been announced that they will be coming with the whole Fighter Pass thing, and we've got like Banjo-Kazooie now, and like Joker and Hero. But there's another one coming soon, and recently there was a tiny leak on 4chan, and now some new information on the Nintendo website, and people are speculating that it's gonna be a character from Metal Slug it was, right?
Yes, Ricky? Metal Slug Attack. So the thing about the leak was no one really took it serious in the beginning because the leak was just like, oh yeah, the next character is going to be a female and it's not going to be very popular. People are going to be disappointed. Oh, and the character has a mecha, and everyone was like, how does that make sense? Everyone could say that. Now, the problem is that just today, on September 1st, Nintendo announced, well, they didn't really announce something. They added their 4th character pack on their website. And release date is set for February 20th. But so far there is nothing special. They only wrote that there is going to be one new character, one new stage, and one new more music. But at the bottom of their copyright statement, it says copyrighted by SNK Development. And this actually makes sense with the leaks, because no one wants a character from SNK. Did I say that? Yes, I said that.
Savage.
The thing about it is it makes sense, because SNK released a game called Metal Slug Attack for the Switch, if I'm not mistaken, last year, and they patched it all over, patched in new units. And among those characters or units that were patched in was a character with a mecha called Molly. Don't worry about Googling it, you're not going to find her that way. But I have managed to dig up some gameplay that was tweeted out by them, which includes that character. And I think it works really well from the moveset. If you look at the leak, there is going to be a character that was not demanded. That was the statement. It's going to have a mecha. The copyright thing is by SNK. And there was a release just recently by SNK. It fits a little bit too well.
Literally, when you look at SNK and what kind of games they make, a lot of the games they've recently released and throughout the years, almost none of them really have mechs, not that many at least. And one of the only ones that really fits well is Metal Slug.
But yeah, I went, as soon as I saw that, I went through the entire list of their games, which isn't a whole lot. They also make King of Fighters. So that was my first theory. King of Fighters is a fighting game that a lot of people play at EVO and other big fighting game events. So I thought, okay, they're gonna bring in a character from King of Fighters. Let's check which character has a mech in King of Fighters. Surprise, none of them has a mech.
Epic.
Then I checked Samurai Showdown, and also no character as far as I saw. And then there was Metal Slug Attack, which had a release last year, and it's still being patched, and there are still new units, and this is really just the only thing that makes sense to me. I mean, there is also a character called Mecha Chloe or something, but as far as I remember, she wasn't really announced and is in the game for a little longer already, so that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. And also her mecha is a tank, so that doesn't really work, I think, unless you want to have a tank running there. I mean, you have Ridley.
Yeah, I mean, even when you look at Metal Slug Attack and just the moves she has in that game, it does work.
Very spammy, probably heavyweight. I could see that happening. I mean, obviously it's all speculation. I'm gonna be like, oh, it's definitely this one, and then it's someone completely different. Wouldn't surprise me.
Isn't that always the case with doing videos and stuff like this? It's definitely gonna be this character. I did all my research. I spent, 200 hours on this. I'm 100% certain it's gonna be this character. 2 weeks later. Well, it's not that character. Nintendo fooled me.
This kind of reminds me on how many people before the Direct, when Banjo was announced, so many tweets on Twitter were what they're gonna do if Banjo gets announced, because it's not gonna happen anyways.
Yeah. Banjo was a super big surprise.
Yes.
And so far, I would say all the heroes that have been released with the Fighter Pass thing were quite popular characters and had quite a high demand, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the biggest freaking oddball out of all of them. It doesn't fit in with the bunch because, my god, Metal Slug is ancient. It is 2D pixel arty as heck, so I'm really curious what it's going to look like if they bring that to Smash. But would they go for like a Game & Watch style or more a higher resolution style?
This is a very good question. I mean, SNK does show characters in like 3D as previews, so this is a good question.
All right, when you go to like the wiki of Molly, you can see that she's shown in both a pixel art style, which looks beautiful in my opinion, and a 3D style.
Yes.
And personally, I hope they go with a 2D one, really. That would look so cool. It would look so out of place, but it would be cool, my lord.
I don't think they're gonna go with a 2D style, but I think the animation style is gonna be very 2D-like. Kind of like they did with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Where they made it look like it's animated. So kind of like they did with the Game & Watch. I think the animation is gonna be somewhat similar. I mean, looking at the gameplay footage here, if it ends up being this character, I would already like her more than Hero. I don't even care if she's broken, if like for as long as she doesn't have a down B, that is a literal dice roll.
Well, she's not gonna have that because it's not gonna fit, but yeah. I think if she's gonna get overpowered, if she is overpowered, she's just gonna have like insanely good ranged attacks, maybe even better than someone like Simon.
I think she's gonna have a lot of zoning tools. Like as soon as you're close in, you're gonna beat her up quite badly, but I think the problem will be getting to her.
Yeah, because I can already see in the footage that you sent to me, she has a certain attack with sort of 3 red circle things.
Yes.
And that already, if they would just put that straight up in the game and it functions in a similar way, that would be completely overpowered because it also blocks all attacks from others. All ranged attacks. You
could possibly jump over it, but
she would counter any other ranged character so freaking hard.
Oh yes, she would be like an the camping anti-camp character. I mean, if Toon Link comes in with like his bombs and arrows and boomerangs, she's just gonna eat it and be like, all right, you can camp. I can do that better.
Or even the boomerang of Simon.
Yes. He's just gonna annihilate it. I wonder if she's gonna push people away with... Oh my god, I'm talking like it's her, but honestly, like right now, I don't see it being anyone else.
Everybody, believe our opinions. We are always right. We are never wrong. We are YouTubers. We're never wrong. That's literally impossible.
Just like it was said in Danganronpa already. We are 100% right, 33% of the time. Even though the chance is probably lower than 33%.
All right. Well, for everybody who's watching this video, so you will now know the recording date. Within 10 days, I guess we will find out.
Yes.